Hello, it's me, Daryl, Florida Catholic guy. I just wanted to pop in and make a little video here. And just got through a little bit of a, can't call it cold, but a little bit of cooling off the last couple days. Temperatures are in the 70s, which is perfect. And it's warming up now. From here on out, it's going to be in the 80s at least, and next week we could have some 90s, which this is the time of year for it. So Sunday and Monday we got excuse me, Sunday and Monday we got like a 20% chance of rain, which as I've said before, we really need. We're officially under a statewide lockdown, whatever you want to call it, where only essential people can go out or can go to work and stuff like that. So it started, I think it was yesterday at midnight it started. We've been under one in the county for almost a week now, I think. So it's really nothing changes here, just that it's all the whole state now instead of just individual counties. The only difference is the governor's orders allows churches to open. Interestingly enough, the pastor down here, you might have heard, that got arrested for having a Sunday service, he said he's not going to have one this Sunday. So I guess he thought better of it, which I can understand. I just have a problem with the government. Coronavirus or not, the government can't tell people they can't go and worship. And, the government's using their this excuse about the virus to get rid of our rights. We don't have a right to travel anymore. We don't have a right to assemble anywhere. And we don't have a right to go to church now. And some places are trying to take the Second Amendment rights away. And the question is when are we going to stand up and fight this tyranny? I get it. I know this virus is serious. I know people are sick. People are dying. I get it. People should do what they can do to stay home. And, you got businesses shutting, or you got the government shutting down businesses. That only happens in communist countries. And I don't know, this going to be an excuse to lose our country. And once we willingly give up all our rights, you ain't going to get them back without a war. And I think it's going in that direction. I think they're using this virus thing to basically see how far they can get away with before the people rise up. Will everybody be sheep and lay down? Or, is there going to be resistance? If they get away with this, they can create an excuse for anything to take away our rights. And if we let it happen, the only way out of it is with guns, if we still have them. And I get it. It's we hear these horror predictions, even by the president, about 1 to 200,000 people or more dead. But how much of our rights are we willing to give up? You know the quote that says, if you give up liberty for safety, I'm paraphrasing now, if you give up liberty for safety, you get neither. And you deserve neither. And, it's getting to that point. And, I don't know. We're living in weird times here. So now we got Nancy Pelosi, along with her Democrats, that are thinking about giving subpoenas to Trump's administration. And if she does this, it's going to be the usual suspects. Her and Adam Shit. Yeah, I said it. Adam Shit. That's what he is. He, first the Russian collusion hoax didn't work. Then the Mueller report didn't work. Then their fake impeachment didn't work. So now let's get a fake coronavirus impeachment going. So there's talk that Pelosi and the House Democrats are going to start sending subpoenas out for Trump and his people. And I got a message to all the Republicans. You need to stop this any way possible. My idea is to have agents come in and forcibly remove the Democrats that do this stuff and put them in a CIA hole somewhere where they'll never see the light of day again. And they need to do this. They got to stop them. And I'm beginning to wonder if we can even wait for the election. And the problem is, with Pelosi and shit and that group, they're going to still be in the House. They're still going to be in power. And these people need to be taken out of power. Because they're traitors to the American people. They're traitors to this country. They're fascist, dictators, and they need to go. And somebody's got to do something about that. Come on, Shadow. Come on. Shadow. So, somebody's got to do something, because we can't let these clowns continue to do this time after time after time. When President Trump is out trying to save lives and his administration is out trying to save American people, once again the Democrats want to impeach, investigate, subpoena. In fact, when President Trump was putting the travel ban on China, when President Trump was putting together his coronavirus task force, the Democrats were impeaching him 24/7. That's when they had the trial going in the Senate. And, come on, Shadow. I've said this before, that there was this senator on after one of the impeachment sessions had ended in the Senate when they were having a trial, and there was and he was talking to reporters, and the reporter asked the senator, I don't remember which senator it was. I think it was I know, in fact, it was a Republican, but the reporter asked the senator, whichever one it was, what are you doing in reference to the coronavirus? Because I think by that time we had our first case, or at least a first case in the country, and of course China was going crazy with it by then. So the senator said, we don't know anything about it because we've been doing this impeachment thing morning, noon, and night. And they literally were they tied the whole Senate up. And actually the House, because the Democrat leadership had to be there in the House to present the case. So the House was tied up, the Senate was tied up, nothing gets done over this fake impeachment. And meanwhile, President Trump wasn't engaged. He was, like I said, he did the travel ban from China, which the Democrats called him racist for, xenophobic, homophobic, whatever, phobophobic. And, the usual suspects like Biden and Bernie and the rest of them, and oh, he's racist, he's shutting down the border to China. And he was also putting together his task force, which we've seen. And these treasonous, coward Democrats need to be removed from office. And if the people in their districts aren't going to wake up and get them the hell out of office, then it's time that the Republicans, or somebody that believes in the Constitution, to do their duty and physically remove them from office and put them in a CIA hole where they'll never see the light of day again. I'd like to see them hung on a tree, but I'd settle for them disappearing, never to be seen again. And it has to happen, because we're going to lose this country. In fact, in a lot of ways, we already have. And I'm just disgusted that the Democrats put their hatred of Trump over American lives. We saw it with this bill, with this coronavirus bill. Pelosi was more interested in funding Planned Parenthood, doing the Green New Deal, and funding the Kennedy Center, trying to mandatory vote by mail so her and the Democrats can get away with their voter fraud. And that's what they were concerned about, instead of getting money to the people and the businesses that need it so they don't close down forever. And normally I would be against this, 2.1 billion, and then another 2.1 trillion, excuse me. And then another $4 trillion for loans and stuff. Normally I would be against that. And but when the government is telling people they can't go to work, they got to do something to help the people out. And they got to help. If the government's telling businesses they have to close down for an extended period of time, they have to do something to help these businesses stay afloat. Because otherwise, when things go back to quote-unquote normal, if they ever do, we're not going to have any businesses to go back to. We're not going to have any jobs to go back to. Saying the unemployment rate's going to go over 10% at least. And, after Trump had it down to the lowest it's ever been, we're going to go back to the Obama years, and not by any fault of Trump, but because of the situation we're in. And, we have to open back up and, let the chips fall where they may, because we need to get the economy going again. Otherwise, we're not going to have an economy to come back to. And, I don't know what's worse. People die because of the virus, or people die because they commit suicide for having no jobs. And, we can't do this every time a new virus comes up. And, these things happen. They've happened before. They've happened recently. Obama had the H1N1, or as Biden likes to call it, the N1H1. Obama had Ebola. I think that was under Obama. It might have been Bush. But they didn't shut the economy down for that. Tens of thousands of Americans died with the swine flu. That was the H1N1, if you don't remember. And, but they didn't shut the economy down. And, they got to figure something out. I mean, they got this hydrochloroquine, or however you say it, that's showing good promise. And so hopefully they get something, so, they can, then they have people that have it, that have the virus, and they don't know they had it because they were either immune to it or had mild symptoms, and they can get antibodies and stuff from these people, but they can't do it if they don't know that they had it. And the only way to know if they have it is to test everyone. And of course, they don't have the test to be able to test everyone. And right now, the people that need the test are the ones that are sick. So, who knows what's going to happen? This Sunday coming up is Palm Sunday. And then we got Easter the Sunday after that. And for the first time, I probably won't be able to go to Mass on either Palm Sunday or Easter. And, I don't know. It's a different world now. Gotta try to stay positive, but sometimes it's hard. And, me personally, other than not being able to get stuff at the grocery store, that's probably the worst part that's affected me, but that's affecting everybody too. Other than that, my life is carrying on. I mean, but I don't know, Another, obviously, not being able to go to Mass, which is a big thing with me. But it's crazy. And I hope things turn around soon, because we can't keep this up. I'll end this now. Say thanks for watching. Try to stay positive. Good night. God bless you. And see you in the next one. Bye.